Thank you, Frank. Adam Dorrell has been a Bearcat all his life. Not only does he coach his alma mater, but he also gets to coach in the town where he grew up. Dorrell was named head coach at Northwest Missouri after the passing of longtime assistant coach Scott Bostwick on June 5, 2011. Unfortunately, Coach Bostwick never had the chance to lead the Bearcats onto the field after being named head coach, but we know that Scott's spirit will certainly be with Adam and the Bearcats on Saturday. Prior to being named head coach, Coach Dorrell was no stranger to Bearcat football and its expectations. He was the offensive coordinator at Northwest from 2007 to 2010, helping the Bearcats to an unprecedented 5 consecutive NCAA Division II championship game appearances and their 3rd national title in 2009. In Dorrell's 8 seasons with the Bearcats since returning in 2004, they have a 1-12-17 record and 6 MIAA championships. In Coach Dorrell's 3 seasons as head coach, the Bearcats are 35-6 with 3 straight playoff appearances. After earning his bachelor's degree from Northwest in 1998, Dorrell spent a year as a graduate assistant at Northeastern State in Oklahoma, returned to Northwest as a graduate assistant in 1999 when the team won the 2nd of its back-to-back national titles and completed his master's degree at Northwest in 2000. He served coaching stints at Dakota State University and William Jewell before being appointed offensive line coach at Northwest in 2004. Promoted offensive coordinator prior to the 2007 season and then to assistant head coach after Coach Bostwick was named head coach in December of 2010. Dorrell played at Northwest under legendary head coach Mel Churchman. He was a 3-year captain for the Bearcats during his collegiate career as an offensive lineman from 94 to 97 and earned all MIAA honors in 95, 96, and 97. Additionally, Dorrell's family has longtime ties to Bearcat football, beginning with his great-grandfather, Ross Alexander Scott, who was a fullback on the first Bearcat football team in 1908. Dorrell's grandfather and great-uncle also played for the program in the 1940s. Adam and his wife, Erin, have twin daughters, Allie and Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, Northwest Missouri head coach Adam Dorrell.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. First off, I want to introduce our student athletes that I brought with us today. Senior running back Billy Creason, senior tight end Joel Gantz, junior linebacker Donald DJ Nader, and senior quarterback Trevor Adams. They'll be available afterwards. But thanks for coming, guys. First off, very appreciative that we're here and very thankful that we're here. Some of the questions that I've gotten this week from the media has just dealt with, the process of getting to Florence, Alabama, and it's certainly a difficult process to get here in a tournament format. The thing that I've always said or keep saying throughout the week is, our journey started January 15th when we got back from winter break last year. And one of the things for me, and it's hard for people to understand that don't have an opportunity to coach, is the reward and the gratification that I've received, our coaching staff has received, our community, our university throughout the year. Our kids literally have done everything we've asked them to do since January the 15th. They've done it in a positive manner, a classy manner. I think we epitomize student athlete, and I think that's what's great about Division II athletics and Division II football. But to see our kids work through January, February, spring football, the commitment that they made to each other in the summer, 92 kids in Maryville, Missouri. And, I grew up in Maryville, so I can say this. There's not a lot going on in Maryville, Missouri in June and July, especially when school's out. So they made that commitment to each other this summer and worked, and then camp has started and had a great camp, and we've just gone. And one of the things I tell our team all the time, very proud about, is the way they progressed throughout the season. I've been on good football teams before, and maybe sometimes in the middle of the season you'll have lulls and you'll take a step back. I don't feel like our football program has ever done that. And that's a direct correlation to 12 seniors that we have. But just to see them build to this process, to where we're at, has been something very special, something I'm very grateful for from you guys, very thankful for. And I'm just very privileged to have the honor to be the head football coach at Northwest Missouri State. I think if you had to ask me what defines our football team, there's two things that come to my mind immediately is family. Our kids care about each other. They love each other. They love Northwest Missouri State, and they love Maryville. And being an unselfish football team is why we're playing for a national championship. You know, I've said it all along that being unselfish, in my opinion, nowadays in college athletics, it's not the norm. And I think we have a prime example in a senior quarterback who was MIAA Player of the Year, and he'd be the first to tell you he's got a lot of good help around him. But if you look what he does and splits time, I think that has just resonated with the rest of our football program. We play a lot of guys on defense, but I think it's been neat to see. That's been the most rewarding thing for me to see this year. So thank you guys. Just a little bit about Northwest Missouri State, if you don't know. It's a town of 11,500 people. It's about an hour and a half north of Kansas City, Missouri, and it's one of the few places that the university and the town are woven together. We don't do things without each other. Homecoming, just things of that, and it just makes it a special, special place. Told our kids a couple weeks ago, you know, I'm very fortunate to be the head football coach at Northwest Missouri State. I'm very thankful. I had a president that took a chance on me. Coach Churchman's back. That's been great for me. And I learned from one of the best. Thank you, Mel. And it was a privilege to play for him and to work for him. So with that being said, we're very excited to be here. I can't tell you over my years of coaching what this place has meant to me, what this community has meant to Northwest Missouri State. And from Northwest Missouri State, from our football team to Florence, Alabama, and the Shoals National Championship Committee, thank you very much for making this experience such a positive one for our student athletes. Because when our kids come back in the summer for golf tournaments, they come back for winter break, and just get a chance to see those kids, somehow, some way, Florence, Alabama always pops up in the conversation. So thank you very much, and thanks for having us.